Okay, so welcome to Bear TV, and we've got our first guest of the big launch of the Bear TV, Roddy Bradshaw. It's a big day on Saturday for Rod, and we're here to celebrate Rod's 200th game, which is an extraordinary achievement. And we've got the man himself here, ready to go through a few series of questions just to find out the man and what's behind the man, the motivation that makes him click. So, Roddy, can you tell us what's playing 200 games for Caulfield actually mean to you?
Lots of hard work. It's just a component of boys, mates of mine, and just the love of the club. I love it.
I mean, and that comes through. I think everyone sees that. There must be some incredible memories that you've got over the last 15 years or so that you've been with the club. What's sort of some of the memories that really stick out?
The finals, actually last year was probably one of the big ones, because as you get older you appreciate them more. But the first couple of finals with me and Chops coming on was probably the highlights too. Then you got your downsides, the years where you struggled. But yeah, just the highlights of the finals and playing with mates.
So, I mean, speaking of some of those lowlights, a few years ago the club went through a pretty tough period, and you make the big call then of taking on the presidency, and that must have been a huge step. What inspired you to take the lead of the club?
I was actually groomed a few years prior to that by Gary Crane, and I knocked it back because I was only young. And then Coxie took on the role, and there was basically, you could see there was no one going to step up. We needed to change, not against Coxie, but Coxie did the hard years, and then I thought, well, I could probably make a bit of a difference. Don't know if I have or not, but still.
I think it's fair to say you have made a big difference. How hard have you found running a business, running a football club, and trying to spend some time with your family?
It's very tough. Time is, especially when you've got young kids, time is just gold. And it's getting harder and harder to do it all the time. It's finding the right balance. You've got to have a wife, obviously, to back you up. Good team that we've got, like you guys.
Did you get that? Us guys, yeah.
Us guys, Stevie Hill, champion. But, just... That's the hardest thing, finding a balance, and you juggle all the time. It's a constant juggle.
And it is a sacrifice that obviously that you've made, and you can't sort of be there for everyone.
That's right.
What's the one thing most people wouldn't know about Roddy Bradshaw?
I'm a deep thinker.
A deep thinker. Mm-hmm. What's some of the things that you think about when you go to bed at night?
Finances of the club, how we can improve, keeping everyone happy. Trying to get more sponsorship. This is footy stuff. In life, keeping everyone happy. That's very.
And I think that keeping people happy is a thing that we see. Most people know you're in the club as a bit of a joke. You've got a guy who likes to have a laugh all year. And I suppose, aside from that, though, you've had to make some pretty hard decisions to keep this footy club going. Mm-hmm. What's probably the hardest decision that you've had to make?
I think Chops made it for me when I took it on. Chops was already the coach of Caulfield, the seniors, and he actually did it through the hard times. But then we needed to change, and he knew that. But it had to come from me, and it was something that was sort of brewing along, and it was one of the most sleepless nights I've ever had, knowing that I had to make a decision with Chops, and Chops left to help me out, and he said, "Well, I'll step away from the coaching role. This is all the Chops coaching," and it just took the load off my shoulders. That would have been the toughest decision I've ever made.
And I suppose my next question is around some special relationships that you build. You've got lots of terrific mates who'll be mates with you for the rest of your life. Chops is probably one that stands out to me as an outsider, and the bond between you guys is amazing. What's that mean to you?
Oh, it's everything. He's my best mate. We've probably been playing footy since we were 9 all in the Southern Footy League. From Caulfield Ashburton to Oakleigh Districts when Ashburton followed, Caulfield Ashburton followed. Went to Oakleigh Districts, only went there because there was nowhere else to go. And then when Bomber and Gary Penny got Caulfield started up again, it was like going back home, so we followed each other down there.
Where do you see the club being in 10 years?
Well, obviously with the 19s coming through, we'd like to pick up a few of those to get them through through our scenes, which we're starting to see now. Next year we've got under 18s coming up. The juniors is a key. We've never had it. Obviously we've got juniors to a certain level, but we've never had that bridge. Now we're building the bridge. Look, the club's, it's going to go through changes like it always does, and it's just an ongoing thing. You can plan, but whether it comes up, that's another thing. So I think the council hasn't helped us out that much with the rooms, so that's always a struggle. But I think the way the rooms are looking now, I think it won't be long before we're getting our gear back up on the boards and we're on the boards up and stuff. So look, it'll be brighter. I think this year's been pretty tough. Most people wouldn't know. I mean, they come and play football and have a few beers and go home. But yeah, it's been tough. But we'll be on.
I'm sure we will with guys like you at the helm. When your time's done in the club, and I take that's not for a while yet, how would you like people to remember you from the Caulfield Footy Club?
I don't want to know big bloody who I are. Just, I'll always be here. It's not like I don't think anyone should pull the pin on the club and then move on and just, not have nothing to do with the club. Whatever I do, when I do step down, it'll be progression. It won't be like done and cold and that's it. No, look, I don't need any memories or need to have any legacy or anything like that. I mean, you do your stuff. I mean, I'll go look at Cotsy, and Cotsy did the hardest stint ever. I mean, it's all right when a club's new and you come in and you say, okay, you win your premierships and that's all good and it all flows on, but then there's downsides and that's when people stand up. And if you can stand up on the downside, well, good. And that's when you need the real characters to come along and stick by it.
In closing, Roddy, I think a lot of us here have got a lot of admiration for you off the field and on the field. I mean, your leadership on the field is something extraordinary. As a ruckman, it's great to know that I've always got you to tap down to, and I know I'm going to get protected by you going to hardball all the time. What is it about you that keeps you going on the footy field? You're getting towards the end of your career, but you still go out like you're 18. Absolutely.
No, I love it. I mean, I think footy keeps you going. I mean, I've heard people say you're a long time retired, and God help me when that day happens, but it keeps you going. I mean, look, you mix with young people all the time, you mix with different characters. The clubs it's always a club. Some of the friendships you make in the footy club they're lifelong, like Chops. Wouldn't have many if it wasn't for football. So, yeah, no, that's basically it. I mean, I love playing with the blokes. I don't feel any older. I wish I could train more, but that's a time thing, like we were getting back to earlier. I'd love to keep playing as I was 8.
Well, you've got 200 under the belt. Mm-hmm. What's the next milestone for you?
Getting past the last quarter.
All right, well, that's it from Roddy. Thanks, Rod. Good luck for the next 200. Let's hope you're around. Well done. Back to you in the studio.